This is my review for Shantae and the Seven Sirens. The Shantae series is a fantastic little gaming series that's like a Metroidvania platformer. It actually has all the great elements of a Metroidvania. There's a lot of backtracking, there's a lot of secrets to find, there's a lot of sub-quests, kind of. It's not exactly a sub-quest that you pick up, it's just that somebody says, I will give you a certain upgrade if you have 5 of these items, and you'll find those items along the way. So you're always kind of going out of your way to get an extra treasure chest or an extra item to pick up and come back. So it's a great game. I really enjoyed this Shantae and Seven Sirens. I haven't played any of the other Shantae games, and I plan to because this one is so good. Graphics wise, I'm gonna go ahead and give it, I want to say an 8.5. I would give this game a 9, but I'm taking off half a point because I feel like the bustiness of the characters, if you will, all the females are extremely scantily clad. They're supposed to be kind of waifu style. I'm taking off a point for that. I feel like that distracts from the gameplay. A lot of times you mention the Shantae games and it's like, oh yeah. But the game is actually really good, and the graphics are actually distracting from that message. Gameplay-wise, this is where it shines here. I'm going to give it... Do I give it a 10 for gameplay? I think I do. I think I give it a 10 for gameplay. I mean, it's not Metroid Dread, okay? But it's good. There's just enough backtracking. There's just enough to make you want to explore. There's a lot to do, but not too much. It's pretty awesome. Audio-wise, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. It's weird in the way, like, the music is fantastic. The music is amazing. But what I find weird about the game is the dialogue is, like, partially spoken. There's times where you'll see, somebody starts to say something and they'll say, oh, hey, it's you. And you'll hear it out loud. And then their next line of dialogue and their next 10 lines of dialogue are completely silent. And they make a lot of, oh. Whenever their character makes that sound, they say it, you hear that dialogue, but the dialogue isn't recorded. And I feel like they could have gone the extra mile and just recorded it all the way through. That probably would have made it better. There was one particular instance where somebody told Shantae something, and the words audibly were, no way! But the words in the dialogue box were, yeah. And the no way was supposed to be kind of a sarcastic, like, wow, I can't believe it, that's amazing. But then her delivery in text was, yeah. Kind of, it was just weird. It was just kind of inconsistent, I suppose. Story-wise, I want to go ahead and give this probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a 7. It was above average because there is a story and there's a lot to know and there's a lot of things to do, but it's a pretty basic Metroidvania. You start out as a genie, you don't have any powers, or your powers are stripped away somehow, and you go through adapting one power at a time, and people give you their powers so that you can go to the next area. Pretty typical story. There's no twists and turns, at least so far. I've only played the first 3 or 4 biomes, but there's nothing too groundbreaking about the story. It's not like it's keeping me on the edge of my seat or anything, but what keeps me coming back is the gameplay. Alright, so that gives the game an overall average of 8.375, and if I'm rounding to 8.5. I think I round up on this one. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good platformer. I highly recommend you pick up Seven Sirens.